All right, ladies and gentlemen, the CP poll committee is live and in effect. And CP does not stand for coaches poll. It stands for couch potatoes. And these casual football fans are making posts like this and with no actual thought process, and they think nothing wrong of it. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down real quick. So, yes, Miami did beat Notre Dame in week 1 of the college football season. Whoop de doo. All right. It is what it is. It was a good game. I'm not a fan of Notre Dame. So don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Notre Dame, not a fan of Miami. All right. So it was a good game and everything, and cool. But what has happened since then? After those 2 weeks, after the first 2 weeks of the season, Notre Dame then goes on and proceeds to give every single team they play belt. All right. They beat every team by 10 points or more. And that includes USC, who is fighting for a playoff chance right now. You know, and they beat them by 10. Every other team has been beaten by 15 or more points. Miami then proceeds to beat on, pause, cupcake teams, bro. Like, let's be honest, these teams are all cupcakes. Bethune-Cookman is a FCS school. USF, they had their Cinderella run, right? They start out the season, they beat Boise State, who was ranked 25th in the nation, and they beat Florida. And I mean, obviously, Florida is not that good right now. And then they beat Florida State, and they beat Stanford, they beat Syracuse, they beat NC State. Cool. But let's look at their losses. They lose to Louisville. Louisville at the time was 5-1. They looked like conference champion contenders. They made Miami look like they should not be competing for the college football playoffs, forcing turnovers after turnovers, making the quarterback look bad by having him saying that, basically throwing his receivers under the bus. So then they play against SMU after beating Stanford, and they lose, and they get dropped down to 18th. Now, while they're getting dropped down to 18th, guess what Notre Dame is doing? Notre Dame is winning these games. So around November 1st, they beat number 20 USC. Then they beat Boston College. They're winning their games. They're stringing along wins. So of course, after they beat NC State, first off, right after the 2 losses, they get dropped down to 24. People are acting like Notre Dame went from 6th seed, and then the 8th seed, and then the 10th seed, and then just stay there. No, they almost dropped out of the rankings to 24. Then they started winning games. Went to 22, then 21, then 16, then 13, then 12, then 10, and now 9. And people are upset at that. And I don't understand why. Like, they're right, November 1st, they're 12th seed. Miami is 18th seed. Now, Miami starts winning a few games, and now they're, 13th seed? Because now they're winning their games, and Notre Dame is winning their games. So, of course, Notre Dame is going to continuously be ranked higher, and they're playing better teams than what Miami is playing. So why are y'all upset? Like, yes, Miami did beat them, but one, if those two teams played again right now, it'll be a way different ball game. Two, Notre Dame had all their losses in literally the first 2 weeks of the season. Miami had their losses in the middle of the season. Notre Dame had their losses against a team who is ranked 13th in the nation. Yes, Miami. But they've also lost to the number 3 team in the nation currently by 1. Miami lost to 2 unranked teams. Like, so what are we really arguing here? I really don't understand. Hopefully, I mean, if y'all want to debate about this, we can. I'll reply to the comments. But y'all casuals must stop. Y'all must stop. Because y'all are really not making any sense. Like, at all. Like, y'all need y'all own message board and y'all can talk in that. But anything that goes really public, like, just please, yeah, type what you were going to type and then hit delete, man. I'll catch you on the next one.